Hey folks, coming to you from the man cave. Ain't been in the woods in a few days, but I'm going back next. No, not next week, 'cause next week is Christmas. Well, that's not all. But Tuesday I gotta go have a nerve block on my neck. See if we can help ward off some of this pain here. Um, yeah. So be the week after next when I'm back out in the woods again. Usually takes me a couple of days to get over that block. Them things are kind of painful, but anyways, yeah, we're gonna give it a try anyways. But hopefully it'll help. But oh, hey, I want to show y'all something. My necklace that Alan Hobbs gave me. Wait a minute. See if you can see it. Get it zoomed in there, figure out where my camera is. Now, I wanted one of these things for quite a while now. Well, since the first time I seen Alan, I think he made his sister one, if I ain't mistaken, or his niece, or one of them. Yeah, it was his sister. But man, I loved that thing. And whenever we met up the other day, I mentioned to him, I said, hey, I still want one of those necklaces. I didn't even know he had this one on. And I said, hey, I still want one of those necklaces with the turkey claws. That's what it is. It's made out of turkey claws. But I said, hey, I still want one of them necklaces. And just so happened that he had one on under his shirt. He had it tucked under his shirt. So wasn't like I eyeballed it, and wanted it. But it just so happened that it worked out just right. And he said, he took this one out and he took it off. He said, here, you can have this one. That meant a lot to me. That meant a whole lot. This one here was the first one he ever made, he said. And so I'm sure it had some sentimental value to it. Normally, I would have said, no, man, that's okay. I can't do that. No, I didn't. I took it because I wanted one bad, real bad. I was like a kid in a candy store. But so, yeah, I went ahead and took full advantage of that. But I'm sure he'll make him another pretty soon. As soon as he gets another turkey to give up its toes. But anyhow, I got hungry earlier. I got hungry and I was sitting here and I had a hankering for pizza, and but I ain't got an oven out here. So what I did was I come up with a little idea. I made me one of those Kenneth Cram ovens, and Karen Chalky, she made one also. But I thought, hell, I can cook a piece of pizza in that right there. Those little old one-man pizzas that they ain't about, what, 8 inches? Yeah, about 8 inches across. So, anyhow, yeah, that's what I could do. So I made another, you got your tray in the middle. Well, it's not really, you got your rack in the middle. But naturally, you ain't going to lay a pizza on that. So what I did was I cut out another piece of cardboard that fit on the inside of that thing. And just so happens my oven is a perfect size for one of those pizzas. So cut out my piece of cardboard, and I got some more aluminum tape and taped it all off real good. Put that down in there, and then I set my pizza on top of it and put it on top of my wood-burning stove over there. I'm not turning that computer around, my laptop. It's got all kind of junk all the way around it, and I'll knock everything off. But Trust me, ain't a wood burning stove there, 'cause that bugger, it's heating this little building up right now. Anyhow, so I guess a good 30 minutes later, I got pizza done. I took it off and I got it sitting behind me there on the counter, cooling off. But without further ado, we'll get to that. Well, it's probably still cooling off. I just took it off a minute ago. A few minutes ago. Ooh, yes sir. Yes sir, it's still hot. I brought it over to you, let you see what I did anyhow. This is my lid right here. And that obviously. See if you can saw that pizza down in there. Oh yeah, there you go. Look there. Oh, don't that look good? Well, ooh-wee, it's still warm too. Look at there. Look at there, folks. Ain't that all right? Yes, sir. How. Yes, sir. It's still warm too. But you see my cooker bottom thing that I made? I just cut a piece of cardboard out and wrapped it in that aluminum tape. And like I said, it just so happened that it was the perfect size for this oven here. And, had a real good time with Alan Hobbs and Mike Ware the other day. We met up. A place called what's the name of that place? Sweetwater State Park in Georgia. I had a pretty good drive up there. It was about a 3-hour drive for me. May not be much for some folks. It used to didn't be much for me, but no, I didn't have trouble swallowing. Just had trouble bending back. Yeah, we met at a place called Sweetwater Park. Alan had came up to visit his brother, and so Mike went and picked Alan up at his brother's house, and we all met at that park and went on about, I think it averaged out to a total of probably 10 and a half, 11 miles. The trail itself was 9.2 miles, but we went off trail a few times, and so we'll say it was 10 or 11 miles altogether. Wasn't too bad. It was an easy hike, that was for sure. That's one of the easiest ones I ever been on. Nice, smooth. I think I wore Alan and Mike out one time. We was coming up a pretty good sized hill, and I was leader of the pack, and I wasn't giving it no slack. I was picking them up and putting them down. We got to the top. They both sit down. They was wore out. I was still ready to go, and Mike, he made mention, and he said, "Good grief, we're sitting down and you're still standing up. You ain't even sit down yet." But I mean, I do a lot of hiking, hence the name Robo Hiker. So I'm in, from the neck down, I'm in pretty good shape. Neck up, I ain't worth knocking in the head. But yeah, we had a real good time though. I really, really enjoyed finally meeting some YouTube buddies and all that kind of good stuff. I tell you, there's other folks I'd like to meet. I really like to meet Dean. What's his last name? Moore. I think that's his last name, Dean Moore. And the other Mike Landreth. I'd really, really like to meet him. I may give him a shout in a couple of weeks, if weather permits. Yeah, I may go see him in a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Long as the weather permits. Yeah. Ed, Lumberman 2011. Love to go meet him. The M.I. Woodsman, John, Colonel John. I'd like to meet him. Who else? Well, there's just a ton of folks I'd like to meet. I wish we could all have a YouTube get together. If I could afford it, I'd send everybody a ticket and all of us gather up, but I can't afford it. Yeah. So maybe someday, maybe, well, if we all live right, we'll meet together in heaven. If we don't, well, it's bad to be y'all. Because I hope I'm going anyways. I surely do. I try to live right. And I think I'm doing a fairly decent job. I ain't mean to nobody. Well, unless they make me mean. You know, if somebody drags that part out of me, then yeah, I'm going to get a little bit ugly with them. But, alright folks, well, I just wanted to really tell you about this necklace and show you my little pizza oven. Well, just for that, I'm getting off here and I'm going to eat me some pizza. And, the end. Later, taters. Later, pizza taters.